What's going on, everyone, and welcome to my second ever episode of the Confabulation, where I talk about the week in geek, which includes comic books, Transformers, tech, gaming, and more. I'd love to introduce my special co-host for today, four-time finalist and second best hair, Miss Katie, K-pop junkie, right here, my hair nemesis.
Hi. Thank you.
And world-renowned artist and writer, Mr. Brandon of Dismay Comics, the guy who's brought us Tales from Town City and Gallows Man. Welcome, you guys. Thanks for coming by and hanging out.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. Rusty says hi.
Oh God, dude, this is scary for me. I've never done. I rarely do this show and host this show right here. So, trying my best. Let's see how this one goes.
Great.
You got this.
You got this. You can do this. You got this.
I can do this. I've done this before. It's not my first rodeo. It is my second rodeo for the show, though. So I'm hoping it's not a big train wreck.
Take the scream by the horns, or whatever they say. Get it.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Got it.
How have you guys been, man? What have you guys done over the last week? And how are you guys spending your extra Labor Day? Oh, look at you. See, now I have to go get me a Mountain Dew now.
Do we both have zero?
We do. I got the Baja Blast.
Welcome to the show where it's not sponsored by Mountain Dew, Code Red, or any of their other products. Thank you so much for showing that off.
No.
How's the week been, man? What have you guys been up to, Katie? How have you been?
Ill.
Oh no, that sucks. You feeling all right?
Today, okay. Yeah.
You'll be fine. You'll do all right. You'll be all right. Don't worry about it. Brandon, what's going on with you, man? What have you done this week?
Been doing pretty good. Editing comics has been most of the week, and then watching the Crow movies, the recent Crow, and then the '94 movie. And that is it's been something.
I can only imagine, because how many Crow movies are there? There's 3.
I didn't watch all of them. I'm not watching the ones after the '94 Brandon Lee one. I'm not watching those.
Okay.
It was just the Brandon Lee one, then the most recent one. That's it.
City of Angels isn't bad. That's the second one. There's actually 4 in the 90s to 2000s. And there's a TV series with Mark Damascus, Stairway to Heaven. And then they have the new one. There's a whole bunch of fan movies. So you actually might like the fan made movie that came out 2 years ago. It was pretty nominated for a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
I heard that one actually stayed true to the source material too, right?
Yeah.
Man, that's
I'll check that out then.
And but I'm trying not to watch anything because Devil's Night here is my go-to Crow marathon.
So you're staying away from the 2024 movie then, right?
Oh, I will be watching it, but not the original. That's the 30th.
Watching and ripping it a bit.
You're
gonna watch it and
rip.
The
new one is like, even if you're a little intoxicated, it's just boring. That's the issue with the new one.
Nice.
Like the old one is like cheesy, but that gives it character. Like it has some cheesiness, but like it's fun and you like Eric. This one, he's just, you don't really care for him, and it's just boring. Like,
oh dang, Brandon coming in with a hot take. Nice.
And isn't what's his name? Bill Skarsgård? Isn't he like the Crow too?
Yes.
Isn't he the main guy?
He's a good actor. It's just in this, he's
absolute crap, huh?
It's too much. It looks too much like John Wick. They took all the essence of those two characters of Eric and Shelley and removed anything about them. And then they took all the grittiness away too. Yeah.
They took those characters and, like you said, the grittiness, all of that is gone, because that was a big thing in that '94 movie.
Yeah.
When I rewatch it, is the city and how dark and gritty and just like disgusting it is. The city itself is a
whole
character.
Point. Yeah.
And if you take that out, it's like,
that sucks.
Yeah, they kind of like also took everything that made Eric and Shelley away from these new characters.
Yes.
If anything, they could have just renamed them any character, because there's so many in the Crow franchise, like the actual comic series, and went with that instead of trying to make it Eric and Shelley.
Which is the Brandon Lee version, right? Is that the Brandon Lee version, Eric and Shelley? So if they had
wouldn't
renamed
be
it,
as good. Like
Yeah.
it wouldn't be as good, but if they did like just rename them, it'd still be a bad movie, but it'd be more forgiving.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be comparing it to Brandon Lee's
Yeah.
Eric, essentially.
gotcha. Oh, I see. That's something I didn't know. I didn't know that there was multiple characters in the Crow universe.
There's many.
I've never.
Sumerian just got the rights to the Crow. The new one's coming out in October.
The comic book.
Yes.
Oh, snap. That's crazy. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and hold on to the wonderful thought that was the Brandon Lee movie and probably stay away from everything else. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. Okay. Man, so this weekend I ended up going to, I live in the Bay and I went to San Francisco with my lady. We ended up spending an evening at a nice fancy hotel.
Ooh,
it was really nice. Me and my lady, we stayed at a nice fancy hotel. And it's funny because I'm like, oh, okay, I'm expecting all these like, high-end amenities and whatnot. Man, dude, they gave us toothpaste because we forgot a toothpaste. It was literal paste. Like, it was gross. I was like, oh, what is this? And this is like a really high-end hotel. Like I was expecting actual like good quality stuff. No, they gave us like this package and it was like pasty. Like you actually had to put water on it in order for it to be usable.
This is what the rich use. We use this. You peasants use toothpaste. So
I have to acclimate to the ways of the rich.
Exactly.
And that's what
you're
it is.
the poor walking in, essentially. We're all the poors walking into the hotel.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
All the normies use that normal stuff. We use actual paste. Oh, see, I'm learning stuff. This is new. And then I ended up getting like their buffet, like their breakfast buffet, because it came with the hotel. Like, oh, and as a complimentary for staying with us, sir, we're gonna go ahead and give you a nice breakfast buffet. And the breakfast buffet was like, man, like circus. Like that would have been way better. Like hometown buffet would have been better. $45 for this, you guys.
They still have those.
I would have rather eaten at a hometown buffet than this one. I was like, wow, this is fancy. All right, babe. Maybe we'll do a different hotel next time. It was really crazy. I was like, I was not.
Don't get it. Our rich, sophisticated palates. That's what this food is for.
That's what it's for. See, there was one upsetting thing though, because on the buffet menu actually says, and it comes with avocado toast, because we're in California, right? Avocados,
That's
right?
how you know it's fancy.
No avocado toast. There was toast. There was no avocados. I'm like, dude, come on, fancy hotel.
It's false advertising right there.
Is there an explanation for this, Brandon? Is it one of those like, oh no, us rich, we'll have the avocados when we have the avocados?
We saw you and we were like, he's not worthy of our avocados. Let's not give him our avocados.
Yes, they said, look at his hair. His hair does not need avocados. That's what it was.
It's because the hair needed the avocados to keep it nice and healthy. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Now I'm understanding. Now I'm understanding the ways. Okay, that's how people work nowadays. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. Let me see if I can bring this up. Where is it? I cannot. I'm trying to present.
Listen, I tell people all the time, my stream is not pro. Use me as your guinea pig to getting better at streaming.
That's okay. That's what it is. That's what it is right there. Okay. Use that stream.
There you go. Look at that.
There it is. All right, you guys. I'm going to be doing a giveaway later on in the show. Make sure you go ahead and put in the hashtag comic capsule, because I have a few comic capsules to give away to people who are hanging out with me here in the show. Be willing to go ahead and let these go. People on the panel are eligible for this here. So my friends K-Pop and my friend Brandon are totally eligible to win a couple of comic capsules. I'll probably be throwing in some stickers because I'm a sticker person myself. I'll be throwing in some stickers and probably a few other things. So make sure you guys throw in hashtag comic capsule. We'll run this giveaway later on in the show. All right, don't miss out. Don't miss out on this fantastic product. You know what? There's a lot of people here. I think it's time for me to go ahead and shout them out. So let's go ahead and break down the shout outs. Man, there's a few people in here. I'm kind of happy. What's going on? DJ Wise, he's in the building. Thank you for coming by. He's not the better half. He's not the better half, but he's still a really good half of the half over there. Christina Payne is in the house, nominated, right? For not nominated, but she's a finalist for, community builder. Not community builder, but what is it, Katie? Help me out.
Mod Blue Wrench channel supporter thingamabob.
There you go. Boom. And then books with crazy.
Is what the award says. That's the quote.
Yeah, that's exactly what the awards.
Blue
says.
Wrench.
Yeah.
The Blue Wrench Award.
Mod
Books with crazy Lady B. Bethany's in the house. That's the better half right there. That's the better half. That is the better half right there. Look, Brother John. Hello, beautiful brothers and sisters. Look at that. Brother John's in the house, hanging out with us, kicking it. Rude. What's up, Rude? Yo, what's up, good friends? What's up with you, Rude? Yay! Oh snap! I'm getting a visit from Perry, a fantastic channel himself. He has one of those pretty YouTube plaques hanging out in his back.
Also, Nemesis, because you both made finals for best editing.
Oh, Perry, that's right.
Casey? What's up, Casey? I know.
Perry with best editing also. That's right. Yeah. Fantastic. Oh, look, Dismay wants to play. Display wants to. Remember, you guys, hashtag comic capsule down there. Make sure, look, Katie also, she's playing the game right there. I like it. The Art and Times of J. Ryan. What's up, Home Slices?
Hi, Jay.
LOL.
Just staying warm in your V-necks in Canada.
Canada.
Right there.
Gee, thanks, Eman. You're still a good half, though. You're still a good half. You see, if it wasn't for you, there wouldn't be a half.
Two halves make a whole.
Let's see, and it's a whole thing right there with you guys. Yeah. I love it, dude. Man, to the people out in the chat, thanks for coming by and hanging out with me here on Labor Day. It's Labor Day, you guys. Like, this is the day off. This is the one day where we can do like extra stuff like podcast and not do labor
right here.
This is a whole lot of
hard
labor.
It's so
labor.
A lot of button
sweating right now.
A lot of button pressing over here.
I know. You look like you were just doing too much earlier.
Look, and look. My day started off at 8 a.m. Pacific time. Villain time, I think is what we're trying to call it.
That is totally villain time.
It's villain time, Pacific, the West Coast. That's villain time. Look at this woman and her V-neck obsession. Incredible.
I know. It's amazing.
Jeez. All right, let's go ahead and do this right here. Look, there's a couple of covers that have come out that I really want to talk about this week. And of course, you guys have seen art from these fantastic artists. So come on, let's talk about this week's covers. There's a few covers I do want to share with everyone. So I just want to bring. Oh snap! Invalid file. No. I hate when that happens.
Break the file. I think
I think I broke the file, so I'm just gonna.
Broken it.
I'll just do this. Gosh, why do you do this to me live? Stupid. Yeah, there's a few covers that I saw this week that are either coming out or that are. That are already out. And I you know me, I love my John Jang. I absolutely love my John Jang. So you got to show off some John Jang goodness. Let me see if I can bring this up right here. Yada, yada, yada. Share screen. Why isn't it not coming up? Here we go.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
Oh, Sicko is in the chat.
Right.
What's up, Sicko?
There it is.
Yes.
Right there.
Sexy.
This is a sexy John Jang cover right here. This is his Megatron for Transformers number 13, I believe. And this one right here is freaking fire. I just absolutely love it.
Coloring is insane.
I love my purples. I love my purple. Like purple and blue are like my two of my favorite colors, and like the whole pink, purple, dark purple thing. Like this thing is absolutely gorgeous right here. Now we've already seen this cover right here. Let's see if I can bring this one up.
The saucy purple and green one.
The saucy purple and green. Yes. Here, this one right here. Let me see if I can bring this up. This one right here. Of course, everyone's seen this one already, right? But the special thing about this one is that there is a foil version of the Devastator Transformers number 11 coming out. And I believe this is a New York Comic-Con exclusive. And BTC, I want to say BTC also is the one that's doing this one right here.
Probably.
Because, BTC does all of them. All right.
Honestly, with that Transformers one, real quick, I honestly would love to just see that as like inks. Like if someone released a cover of just the inked version of that, I know it'd look incredible.
If you run into him at cons, sometimes he usually has just the line work in his like portfolio, so he could show you like the process of some of the things that he does.
Because I can see how intricate it would be, and it definitely shows in the colors, but the inks and the line work will just pop even more.
It's really fascinating. Like when you talk to him about art, he'll say like how he starts as traditional pencils and moves it all digitally and then kind of layers upon all that stuff. But I also, one of my favorite covers that he did was that Usagi cover, the straight traditional calligraphy. It was so good. It was like totally not his style, but him and Ivan and a bunch of those guys in that like circle, they all start with like a traditional like pencil base and then move it all digitally, which is interesting to me because I like that aspect of that.
The ramen gang, right? Ivan and Alan and John. Oh yeah,
all
ramen gang. All the homies right there. This one right here is going to be available, I think, through their website. But if you're at New York Comic Con, you guys have a chance to pick this one up in a foily goodness. It's going to be incredible. John Boy Myers, Wolverine Revenge. I saw this and I was like, dude, I'm not big of a Marvel or Wolverine collector, but this one is super, super, super sick. It's definitely in John Boy style, and
it's
go ahead.
It's such a weird coincidence that currently right now DC has a book, Batman and Robin, where Batman and Robin are dealing with dinosaurs. And so now Marvel has Wolverine dealing with dinosaurs. It's just interesting to see that happening at the same time. I like it. I like weird stuff like this. So.
Maybe it's a crossover Dino event. We don't know it.
Or there's a spy in DC or Marvel who's talking about conspiracy going on here. What's going on? Dinosaurs and superheroes. Oh my. Yeah. And then one more that I want to show, Gotcha Man. This is Gotcha Man number 3. This is from friend of the show, Inaki Miranda. Everyone knows the Miranda brothers from the We Live lore. And this is his new cover coming up for Gotcha Man number 3 from Mad Cave Studios. I just love the coloring of this one right here. I just love Inaki's style. And this totally brings it back to back in the day when I used to watch this anime or this show. It's just fabulous.
Coloring is absolute fire, and I like the absence of black. It's really interesting.
Yes,
right. And I believe it's Ava Cruz who does the coloring for a lot of Inaki's work. She's also the same one who's done the coloring for We Live, and she does a fantastic job with her coloring as well.
Yes, We Live had great art.
I would be surprised to not see this as like a poster print at a convention. Because it
that
just
would look
is
good
like
as a poster.
Hang it up, essentially. Yeah.
That would be sick. I mean, just his work like that. It even has that poster like resolution too. It doesn't look like a comic size resolution. It looks like something that you would put up like on your wall.
This is like almost A4,
like an 8x10 or something like that.
I don't. Yeah, sure. I don't. Okay, those numbers make sense to me.
A3 and A4 are size of the paper that's usually used in like the European and like Asians places where instead of the 11x17.
Oh, interesting. And yeah, that makes sense because Inaki's in Spain, so he's out of the Europe. He's out of the Europe realm of the comic world. Yeah. This is beautiful. I miss Inaki so much. Like, you can also catch his art, on Gotcha Man, and of course, like the Godzilla comics.
Yes, Godzilla comics.
There be monsters are the way the titling of that of that comic just makes it sound like it's a pirate actually saying, "There be monsters. Here there be monsters." Are.
I want to see pirates versus kaijus. Let's go.
I think I want to say that's what the book is about, because I know it's set like on a boat.
I haven't read this one.
Water. But yeah, Inaki's work is just absolutely fabulous. Friend of the show, Inaki Miranda. I miss their stuff. I miss We Live so much. Got a few more people in the chat. Sicko came through. What's going on, Sicko? Thanks for coming by and hanging out. Look at that. Dan, but we know that Eman is better than any of these covers. Why, thank you, Dan. Why, thank you. Did you hear that? Katie, did you?
What? I don't know. Did you see my tagline? My tagline says otherwise.
Best hair nemesis. Oh, okay. So, Brandon, how was your... Just kidding. Just kidding. Everyone thinks dinosaurs are cool. It's kind of universal. Yeah. Jay's right about that. Look who's in the house. Marcus coming by, hanging out. What up, homies? What up, homies?
That's right.
Marcus, man, honestly, if there's a best voice category next year, I would love Marcus to be on there. Marcus would be up there. What's going on, everybody? Thanks for hanging out here on FOC and chill. And I love it. You can't do Marcus. No one can do Marcus's voice like Marcus, Vote for Eman and K-pop for the CBC Awards. Don't vote for Perry. What do you mean?
Oh, hard. What do you... Here, hold on. This is better. What do you mean? There you go.
Spread the love. Hit the thumbs. Oh, thank you, Chris.
Right.
Look, see, this is why she's voted for. She's on the finalist for
right.
Wrench.
Right. Yeah.
I love it. Look, K-pop wakes up every morning and chooses violence every single day. See, look at that. K-pop is just a shit starter, and I love it. It's okay.
Listen, every day I wake up and I think two things. How can I give Eman shit about his hair? And how can I give Jay shit about his V-necks? Every day. Seriously.
I'm letting K-pop and Eman fight it out. I'm just comparing the covers. Okay, but seriously, don't vote for Perry. Kami, it's important. It's important to life.
Question: is Perry Gaming nominated or is Perry Comics nominated? Oh, because interesting. Because then we would not be voting for Perry Gaming. Correct.
This is true.
Yes.
This is true. I wonder what it is. DJ, next year, best catchphrase.
Channels. I know.
That'd be a cool one. A cool CBC award. Right there. Catchphrase. What do you mean? Don't just in general. Don't for Perry.
That's valid.
Eman, I've never worn a V-neck in my life. This woman. Jeez, what are you doing, Katie? You're
riling up all the folks. That's what I do.
You are wrecking havoc over here. My goodness.
I was gonna do it.
I was going to do a review of a comic book, but guess what? I don't have the comic book here with me. So I'm going to just...
Maybe we have it.
Do you have it? Have you heard of this book called Starhenge from Liam Sharp?
No, not until earlier today.
So you knew what I was going to talk about. No, I just quickly want to say I had the comics back here, but I read this book Starhenge over the week, and I thought it was fantastic. So you know what? Let me at least run this right here. So I read Liam Sharp's Starhenge. In this book, it came out, I guess issues 5 and 6 came out, a few months ago. I was really behind on this one right here. And I know Mark from Legion of Comics is like, you guys need to read it. Sci-fi fantasy. It's written in the point of view of a young lady who apparently has got these powers who can manipulate time, but she didn't know about this right here. And to be honest with you, I cannot really grip what the book is about, but it was also quite fascinating to me because it dealt with AI. It dealt with these
Interesting.
beings that became sentient, and now they're on their way to try to eliminate all humans from the universe. And within this book, it mentions that there are battles that can happen in nanoseconds because, no to AI. There you go. No to AI because they're going to come by and ruin everything from us. And this is a 6-issue book, and it's so crazy because you have sci-fi, you have AI, you have these beings that are trying to eliminate humans, but then it goes back to what's his name, King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, and somehow British lore is involved because Merlin is supposed to be in charge of making sure King Arthur is born to it's so all over the place. And this is me reviewing books. I like it. I liked it. I loved it. And I want everyone to read it so that way they can, explain to me what I read, because it was one of those books where I'm like, I need more of this, but I don't know why. Have you guys ever read books like that? Because I'm not a book reader, so I can't really break down books, well. But I can tell you how I felt, and I felt like this was an amazing journey that I want other people to know about. So, Starhenge from Liam Sharp, and I know Liam Sharp's like known for like fantastic books like Green Lantern, right? Like he's done some fantastic work in the past. So. If you want something new, and it's from Image Comics, if you want something new, 6-issue book, go out and pick up Starhenge. That's what I would want to recommend to everyone here.
Is the series finished, or is it still ongoing?
So I know that there was another book that was released called Ore, and that's also on Image, and it is Liam Sharp's, and it is a part of this series. Now, this is what he calls a graphic novella. So I think it's like a one and done, but it's like a thick one and done, like almost trade paperback size. And I haven't read the synopsis. Even Mark told me, he's like, don't read the synopsis. If you're not done reading Starhenge, don't read the synopsis, but you need to pick that up. That's something that you want to do right there. So I really, really want to do. Hi, babe.
I agree, Jay Ryan. That's definitely a trope. It's more cases where AI is eliminating man than not.
Yes.
But I mean, like with our knowledge of AI through science fiction as well as coming up, I think it's just in our brains of like, well, it's going to get rid of us. We're pollution to the planet. It wants to eliminate the pollution, and we have that thought, and I guess that just goes into our expression of AI through fiction, I'm guessing.
Honestly, also Terminator kind of messed us up with that, right? Like,
Skynet.
We blame Skynet. It's all, everything goes back to Skynet. We've been talking about Skynet since even before Skynet was Skynet. So
big time.
So
well, even
plug
that. There was a short story from the 60s. I'm forgetting exactly what it's called. Someone in chat might remember. It's like I can't hear myself or something. It's about this AI. Essentially, this character wakes up, and it's a very short thing. You can listen to it on YouTube audio for like, it's 40 minutes long. But basically, it's this guy that wakes up, and this AI has taken over the world, essentially. And it's just this guy and 4 other people. And this AI has just been torturing them for 100+ years, basically. And it's just psychological torture as well as like physical torture. And the AI just hates humans. It hates humans because humans have like, they can express, essentially. It's very complex for a short story, for something that's like 20-30 minute read. It's very good. I forgot exactly what it's called, but if you look up 60s AI short story, it might come up.
That's cool.
That sounds pretty dope.
Yeah, the guest I had on yesterday had a book called ID 10T Error. So like idiot error.
Error, yeah.
Yeah. So it's about a guy that builds an AI system and puts it into like a crash test dummy. And it awakes and it becomes sentient. And it's amazing because it thinks it's a real human. The dynamic between him and the guy that created it is interesting mix of like how it works together, because they're like fighting each other, but they kind of like are like best friends, the way that they talk and fight. But it's cool to see a different approach on like an AI being that has thought process and has all that stuff, but actually kind of considers himself human. So it's really interesting.
I've always wanted to use that term like live because I work in tech.
Yeah.
I work in IT. And I would love to just say, oh, it sounds like an ID10T error.
Yeah, that's all. But I'm gonna drop the link that's in the chat now because that's for his Kickstarter. But yeah, he's still up and running. He's only got a couple of days left. But yeah, it's really interesting. I love the art in it, and I love the different like approach of AI. It's really cool. I enjoy that. Yeah.
Speaking about Kickstarters, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead there, Brandon.
One more plug regarding like AI that's not trying to kill you. That's actually pretty good. There's a show called Scavenger's Reign on HBO Max. I like the show a good bit. I think it drops off a little bit in the last half, but there's a robot/AI character that I love what they did with. It's something I haven't seen with the robot AI character. So if you're wanting something different that they actually do with AI, Scavenger's Reign has a good little take on that sort of.
Check
Very
it out.
cool. That
sounds pretty dope, actually. And speaking about Kickstarters, Brandon, don't we have a Kickstarter like coming up?
It's coming up September 10th. Mark your calendars. September 10th. The Gallows Man 1 through 3. Issue 3 has been 2 years in the making. It's 60 plus pages. It's basically a staple bound graphic novel, this one issue pretty much. I'm looking forward to it. You can go to the pre-launch page now and click notify me on launch because I don't expect you to remember 10 days from now. You can just click notify me on launch. When it launches, you'll get an email. You'll be able to back it. There's multiple different tiers. My dog hates this comic. Make my dog wrong. Make my dog wrong.
I can tell. Yeah.
There's tiers ranging from $1 to all the way to original art sort of tiers.
That's right.
I love it.
A little bit better.
Good. We'll probably see your lovely face on a bunch of shows, probably on Marcus's, on mine.
Yes.
I know you'll be in October on my channel, but yes, come back because Brandon's always good times. Come check him out. He's got
always follow Katie. Katie's got amazing Kickstarter like guests on there. So if you guys aren't already watching Katie's fantastic guests, not her hair, you can go hang out over there. It's all about that hair.
That mess right there. This. Listen.
Here we go.
I don't even think that you could do the cousin it. Let me tell you.
You know what? That is one thing I cannot do.
I know. Listen, I can
and
do
then you
this.
got the glasses. Let me see.
I do have the glasses.
And that is getting clipped right about now. Perfect. All right.
Welcome.
Good job.
Right here. That's for you guys. Yeah, there you go.
Right there.
I don't have the right glasses on, but I did a whole stream several times as cousin it.
I was just about to say
fantastic.
You should do a whole stream just like that.
I know.
I'll do that when you come on my channel, Brandon. It will be Halloween.
You know what? I think Katie, Sheena from Melanin, and I should be on a stream and just be like, "Oh, this is a fantastic show." Just whip hair around. We should just do like a whole whip my hair back and forth type of show. Be like, "Oh, this is I love that comic."
Yeah, whenever you're trying to talk to someone, if Sheena was like right here, you're just like, "So what do you think, Sheena?" And you just whip your hair in her direction.
So, Sheena, what are your thoughts on
this comic? Yes,
that would be amazing. Funny. All right, you guys, remember hashtag a comic capsule. Right here, this is your chance to win a couple of comic capsules. I'm going to send them out to you. Make sure you guys throw out that hashtag out there. This is only the second time I'm going to do this. We're going to do this one more time, and then I will run the drawing at the end of the show. If you guys don't have some, put in the hashtag for your chance to win a couple of them from me right there. Well, it's not from me. I mean, it's from Comic Capsule, but, I'll send them out to you guys. So there's a lot of shit going on in the world of entertainment. There's always some kind of news. There's always some kind of things happening in the world of entertainment. So this is this week's Hollywood bullshit. So I don't even want to bring this up, but it definitely came up. Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller.
Out of the news. He came back in the news.
He came back in the news, but I don't want to say it was Ezra Miller, but more of the young lady whose father put in the allegations. Apparently, he's actually taking these allegations back. One of the parents who accused Ezra Miller of grooming their child has walked back their statements and said they no longer blame the actor. In a recent post to Instagram, Chase Iron Eyes, the father of Tonkata Iron Eyes, who went by Gibson at the time, said that he initially made the accusations based on a witness who had since recanted their statement. As a result, he is now looking to move on and reconcile. This is crazy because honestly, a lot of us, including myself, had some really negative things to say about what was going on here. And Ezra Miller didn't even come out and say anything to defend himself or anything like that. And it honestly, to me, when I watched The Flash, I felt kind of creepy even laughing at any of his jokes because of what was told. And I guess what we really need to do is we really do need to listen to the whole story, right? It's just insane what is happening now. So what can happen? Poor Ezra Miller. I don't want to say poor Ezra Miller because now it's like I'm backtracking myself. But I mean, like, there's been some things said about him to a point where he had a movie release that no one wanted to go out and watch, or it didn't do well. And granted, the movie itself wasn't well already, but like, what can be done? What is going to be done? And can Ezra Miller still, recover from something like this? Brandon, what are your thoughts?
Well, I will say this scenario right here, we have to get more from it. I think there's going to be a lot more that will be talked about or released about this sort of thing. Ezra Miller might talk about it eventually. But something, and it's not to like bash or rag on Ezra Miller, but even though this might not have happened, there are still all those other criminal stuff that happened. Now that doesn't mean he can't navigate and move forward from that. I'm just saying this one thing may not have happened, but that doesn't dismiss the stuff he was doing in, I think, Hawaii or whatever. There was multiple things that happened there, but who knows? We'll see. There was I think like a year ago, and this isn't bashing Ezra Miller, but there was that message of essentially, hey, I'm going to try to do better. It was the PR thing of essentially, hey, I'm getting help. I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to do better, which is good. It's good to say that. We'll just have to see action wise and as the person, if you see that in a couple years sort of thing, if you can tell by them that they did seek that help.
So is he still in an active case for all the stuff that he's been doing? Because I know like several charges were brought up against him.
That's a good question. This whole article, it just talks about how the father just turned his just is taking back what he said about that. Now, there's still, of course, the incidences in Hawaii, like what Brandon said, and then Jerry's, saying also that this is still the same guy who fought a pregnant woman on film. So, I don't blame you for assuming he is a terrible person. But I mean, like, yes, he's done a bunch of other stuff, but I guess the main incident, right, was the whole grooming thing. Welcome to the show, madam.
Hello.
So, yeah, I mean, other than the whole, grooming thing, there was other stuff right here. So, I mean, do people still forgive him, or is it he's still a shit person? I guess that's really in the eye of the beholder, and that's what those people are, going to look at. But yeah, he still seems creepy to me because of his fights and the things that he's done. Like what Jay said, punching a pregnant lady.
I still think it's going to be an issue until all of the cases that he had on are either closed or something goes around it, because he was involved with a lot of horrendous things at one time that people had like submitted as reports. So I wonder if this is part of the main case, not just the grooming case, but the other case where he's originally was trying to be hunted down for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I guess the jury's still out on Ezra right there,
Yeah.
because honestly, like, to me, I'm just like, I can't stand that guy for what he's, for the things that he's done right there. Hi, madam, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Welcome to the
Hello.
Confabulation, where we talk
I
about.
don't know how I feel about this topic. I kind of have like some feelings about it, and I don't know if they're popular or not.
Whether they're popular or not, it's still your opinion. Please share. We'll still love you. And by the way, you guys, if you guys don't know, Madam also has a comic cover that's out, and she definitely wants to show that off. And if you haven't seen her stream from earlier today, go watch it, because it gives you a chance to go ahead and purchase one of her comic covers there. Madam, go ahead and speak on the topic.
Thank you. Okay, well, it's kind of on the topic of like throwing somebody under the bus because of something they've done in the past, right? And then casting judgment on that person, and therefore considering them therefore that person's everything they've done is to be considered not.
He had police reports around him for kidnapping a child.
Okay. Still my point.
Yeah.
It's not just
alleged,
the one
right?
incident.
It's not just the one incident. There's many.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's
All right.
many
Anyway.
many different incidences.
That we get what you're saying, though.
Horrible things happen.
Yes.
I guess
Yes.
my point is this, is that remember Oscar Schindler? He was, I heard, like a horrible womanizer and like really not a great person before Schindler's List was done. And that made him a fucking amazing human being. So there's no telling what can happen to a human in their life, and I don't think that any casting judgment on them makes any sense. You know what I mean?
Is that how you feel about Ezra Miller there, Papa? Just finger up in the air.
About everybody.
That's how he feels about CJ. That's how he feels about me wearing stickers on my face. Oh, Papa, guess what? This is my stream now, and I could put stickers on my face. Okay. All right, Papa, I won't.
Yeah, that's fair.
I won't. I think there are too many points of information that there is a clear pattern of Ezra being a bad person overall. No need to laugh. You're right. I think there is too. I mean,
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I think pretty much almost anyone can have redemption. I think they can.
For sure.
I think anyone can change if they're willing to change. It's just is he or has he been putting in the work? Maybe he has. Maybe we'll see in a couple years. Maybe he is changed. But that's for time to tell, sort of thing, to see if he is actively trying to change as a person.
gotcha. Yep, I agree. All right, so check this out. Liam Neeson's in the news, and apparently he's in talks to star in a comic book movie called Four Kids Walk into a Bank. Have you guys read this? Have you guys read this book?
No.
I've actually look at that.
Wait. Oh, look at that.
There it is.
Brandon.
Look at that. Brendan knows what's up.
I got
Like
a variant trait.
So Four Kids Walk into a Bank follows the next bank robber daddy whose teenage daughter Paige means the world to him. So when she overhears that his former gang is pulling him back in for one more score to pay a debt, she comes up with the only logical solution. She enlists her 3 ride or die best friends to rob the bank so he doesn't have to. I think that's very, very sweet. I believe it's a 4-issue comic. It was a great read. Brandon, what did you think about the book?
I overall liked it. Now it came out like 2017, 2018, maybe even 2016. It's been since then since I read it. So a lot of it I did forget. I remember the ending. Like, I remember what happens at the end. A big thing that ultimately I'm okay with this Liam Neeson casting. If he's playing the grandfather that she's trying to rob the bank before he does and he get in trouble sort of thing. I think that's good casting. The only thing I'm trying to figure out or questioning is some of the other names in the casting. I looked them up, and it's like one of the kids from It/Shazam. It's these kids. My only issue is I hope they aren't playing the kids. Hopefully they're just playing like bully or troubled teens, because I think there may have been some like that in this book. Maybe they were part of Liam Neeson's crew. The reason I don't want those guys to play the kids is they're like 20 years old. The kids in the book are like 11 to 13 years old. They are like truly kids.
Yeah, like junior high-ish kids.
Yeah.
Maybe there's just some bad words and it just feels wrong to have like 12 and 11-year-olds
No, because there's been a bunch of successful movies in the 80s and 90s where they had like the same plot where they were even younger children.
This is true.
Like the one, like Mastermind. You guys remember that one?
And also,
it was where.
No, I don't.
What's the guy's name? The guy that plays Picard took over a school to rob it for all the rich kids, and then they went back and try to, seize the heist from the robbers.
Patrick Stewart?
Yeah, Patrick Stewart.
Fantastic. Interesting. So anyone holding on to these comics, you might want to hold on to them. Liam Neeson's a big name. Plus, on top of that, this is art by Tyler Boss, written by Matthew Rosenberg. So it's just, it's one of those indie books that could see some popularity in these next few months.
Jay
That's
Ryan,
cool.
I want to address your comment. Yes, I want Liam Neeson to play the granddaughter. I want him to play the 11-year-old granddaughter. Give him a wig.
Let's get that to happen.
He keeps the mustache and beard. Just give him a wig.
And this is his breakout role.
Grandpa, stop it.
This is his
Don't
breakout
go
role.
robbing.
There's no way Liam can pull that off.
Could he play all the kids' roles and then? That'd be great.
So did you guys hear this rumor right here? Kevin Feige addresses possible Avengers versus X-Men movie with original casts.
Interesting.
This came out back on July 26th, and that's really it. That's all I really had to show you guys right there.
Like, here's the headline.
Here's the headline.
A headline.
Yeah.
And that's enough for people to talk. Like, would you guys? Okay, here's a question. Like, would you guys even want to see something like this? Would you guys want to see, or is it just too much multiverse stuff going on?
I'm kind of done with the original cast. I would like to see other people in those roles of the X-Men, but it did open up a whole can of interesting possibilities because of the Deadpool movie. But in the timelines, they already stated in that timeline those guys were already dead.
Liam Neeson has a particular set of skills.
Right? That's right. He does.
It does open up the possibility thanks to Deadpool Wolverine, and I'm with you, Katie. I think I'm done with the original cast. They've done, except for Logan,
And except for like Jennifer Lawrence, wasn't she wonderful as Mystique?
Yeah, she was one of the Mystiques.
She was like
She was
the first
wonderful.
last section.
Yes, she was.
Yes, but
I think she's a keeper.
So so who would be keepers from the original cast? Like,
I didn't.
Is that Papa?
What?
What up, Papa?
No.
You got something to say? Are you just
Okay.
No, you're tired. You feeling okay, Pops? I know you did not seem okay yesterday.
But you're good today, right, Pop? All right, good.
Okay.
So from the original casting of like the previous X-Men universe, I want to keep what's her name, Anna Taylor-Joy as Magic. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Taylor Kish, but I think Taylor Kish would still play a good Gambit. But after what we finally saw out of what's his face, like, I think he did a fantastic job. Oh,
Channing Tatum.
So that opens up because of the Deadpool movies, because that's a totally different timeline that Channing Tatum was in, because he gets brought back into the possibility. So it's possible you can have the Kirsch and the Channing Tatum Gambit happening because of what happened in Deadpool.
Yeah, I mean, right? It's a possibility to have both of them in there.
Yeah,
but again, like, how much is too much now with the whole multiverse? Like, I kind of want like some of these either closed up or just the storyline ideas just closed out.
Some of it is far too much. But I would really like to see a younger cast for the X-Men, considering that most of them are supposed to be in school, or like a young teacher type situation. So I'd like to see a fresh new cast, but I don't mind the Tatum as Gambit. Like, I don't mind that at all. But I would like to see fresh cast. But I really liked.
Well, I don't mind Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique either. She can play young.
She can, but the problem with the Mystique is they did not do her character justice to the comics in those movies. I would like to see more of the actual comic Mystique than whatever they portrayed in the movies.
She needs more of a storyline, you're saying?
No, the actual character. They put the blue naked suit on her, which is not her in the actual comics. I'd like to see the comic version in the movies.
With that white dress and the red hair.
Yes, yeah.
Short
Yeah.
emblem. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, that Mystique was actually, she's kind of cute. You know, the X-Men animated version. I like that right there.
Do you like the animated version?
My big thing with it is like, are they planning to do something with this X-Men cast afterwards? Because if they are, I say cast younger.
Yes.
If you're going to do stuff afterwards, if it's just like, hey, here they are, and then they go F off into the multiverse, then sure, you can pull any X-Men. It doesn't matter. You can do the fan favorite stuff. You can, remember him? Remember Barry? Remember this guy? You can do that. If you're going to do more movies afterwards with this X-Men, it needs to be younger so that, God forbid, one of them is too old and dies before the next movie.
I disagree. I think you want to entertain that audience as well, that demographic of that audience. It's going to appreciate the older actors, that have done well with the X-Men.
They have not done well. Most of the movies actually flopped hardcore because people didn't want to watch them. They didn't like the movies. Yeah.
Here's the thing. I like Kelsey Grammer as Beast.
Yes.
I think he's the best live action Beast. I don't know if I want him returning though. I don't know if I want him returning though, because he's so much older. It would just be one movie sort of.
So even if they were to put him in like the suit and the makeup like they would do now, he's still older, but then he wouldn't be able to do a lot of stunts because of his age. So he would really just have to be changed out to a stunt actor.
How old is Kelsey Grammer?
Like 60s, I think.
At least
Isn't Tom Cruise like 60? And wasn't he like propelling?
The difference between Kelsey Grammer and Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise has been abbed out for the last 40 decades.
Yeah,
Not
Tom Cruise
Kelsey
is
Grammer.
taking some sort of like secret
different.
Scientology injection that has made him youthful. So
he's out there doing his own stunt work. He's completely different level of 60-year-old.
Scientology is injecting him with something.
Yeah, he's got the youth fountain of youth somewhere happening in his system. Yeah.
Yeah, Kelsey Grammer's 69 years old.
Yeah.
69. Well, that's pushing 70.
So pushing 70, meaning if they were to cast it now, he would be in his 70s when they go to film it. I don't think he would be able to sit down for a 4-hour makeup job every day to go film.
No, I don't either.
True.
Yeah,
that's true.
I don't know. There's a lot of really like smart 70-year-olds out there who are really with it, who could really like get some shit done. Like I don't know.
But like Katie said, my one thing is like, will they be able to do all the more performative stuff? Can you at least jog to that side of the room, sort of thing?
Yeah.
Like
do the Tom Cruise run where he just like runs straight up and he's just these numbers right here.
Because if it's going to be heavily relying on the CGI, then it's just going to end up failing again because you really need the mix of the practical with the CGI stuff, but you can't just rely heavily on. That's why a lot of people were having issues with most of the Disney Marvel content that came out because it was too overly processed CGI and not good CGI.
Yeah. What about you, Sicko? What are your thoughts? If they're to bring any of the X-Men from the previous generation over to the MCU, are there any particular characters or actors you'd want to see brought back?
Well, I mean, there was something I was going to say about the X-Men series before. I think they were a little bit before their time. Like it sounds weird, but I personally didn't even have access to the internet at this point yet. I don't
think most people did in the 90s.
Or even early 2000s is the internet and the internet culture today is quite a bit different than back in the day, it was X-Men, X-Men 2, X-Men 3, the Wolverine Origins. And no one cared. No one knew who these characters were. You couldn't really go deep diving into comic book history like you can now. Like if you're broke now, you can go on the internet and you can kind of like pirate read a lot of this stuff. But I feel like that does help LCSs sometimes, because now I'm okay. I read Wolverine and I actually liked it, and now I'm interested in what the movies are, and I have access to the LCS, and I can go dollar bin diving, and now I'm actually someone who cares about this hobby more than just being a guy who goes and sees a movie. And when the X-Men movies came out, I felt that's what we were pandering to, people who went to movies, not comic book fans.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I guess that's the
to
thing,
see
right?
Wolverine come and Cyclops and everything. I wish
Yeah.
that it didn't do the multiverse and we could see the actual Disney Marvel portrayals of these things.
Till he's 90.
Nice. Till he's 90.
Till he's
Yes,
90.
He's stuck forever, Mr. 55-year-old. Amazing abs. Yeah.
I'm honestly like I wouldn't mind saying that at all.
Yeah. But
Now that
that's why the Deadpool movie works though. Is because they did do that to the comics and people freaked out about it and they loved it and they want to see more of it. But that's why it did so well though.
Yeah. All right, you guys, let's move on over here. So now we're living in the future where AI is a thing and self-driving cars can take you to your local pharmacy to pick up your high blood pressure medicine. So here is your week's tech line. So here's a thing right here that I want to talk about, because we're going to be talking about some tech stuff, gaming, things like that. I really want to bring up something like this. Any gamers in here? Who's a gamer? I know Katie's a gamer. I know Sicko's a gamer. I know look, Brandon's a gamer. Check this out. If you guys have a PC, if you have an Amazon account, did you guys know that you guys can pick up Borderlands 2 for free right now? So anyone who actually wants to cleanse their palate from the movie and you guys want to play Borderlands and forget about the movie, actually you can head on over to Amazon Prime if you have an Amazon Prime account, tie your Epic account to Amazon and get Borderlands 2 for free. Has anyone played any of the Borderlands games, Katie?
Yes, I love that.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I have
Brandon?
Tiny Tina.
I've played Borderlands 2. I played it way back when it came out with friends on Xbox 360 and stuff. This is good. My only thing is the stipulations. It's very asterisks. You got to have an Amazon Prime account, and it's only for a month that you can get this downloadable code. Which this is basically, I'm almost certain Borderlands 2 and as well as the first Borderlands did this. It's essentially Amazon Prime or / PC's version of Xbox Game Pass, PlayStation Plus. Whenever you get 2 free games a month, I'm almost certain I've seen Borderlands 2 on at least a couple of those over the past 10 plus years. So I'm glad it is available for free for people. But it's stipulation. It's just like with Xbox and PlayStation. You have to have this subscription before you can get it for free.
Exactly. I guess it's just going to happen no matter what. Like if you have a PlayStation, and you're a part of the PlayStation ecosystem, you get all those free games for free. Same thing with Xbox, yada yada yada, all that stuff. Yes, you're right. It is stipulation. But for those who haven't played or haven't had a chance to go back and play some of these classic games, this is a great way to do it. And Borderlands is definitely one of the better games in the series. And on top of that, Epic also has an HD package, so that when you download it and play it, you can actually upgrade the resolution on that one right there as well. So very similar to what they did with The Witcher 3, where there's an HD version that you can update it for free, and it just makes it look prettier on your computer. So if you have a PC, haven't played Borderlands 2, Here's your chance to go ahead and pick that up. Look at that, Jay Ryan. The Borderlands have been given away for free on the Epic Games Store multiple times now.
Yeah.
No sub required. Yeah,
Also
that's very
on
true.
Humble Bundle and Steam.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Trilogy.
if you
Yep.
link your Prime account to Twitch, you get multiple games a month for free plus add-ons, and that's usually one of the games that's free.
Yep.
If
Exactly.
you're a video game collector and you, I'm starting to see a trend. People are collecting VHSs, and the video game world's going a different route. And it's been going that route for quite a while. Borderlands is hands down. I played it when it came out. I'm still playing it. I still co-play it with many of my friends. I've got a friend that's, can't see him currently. He's over there. But we were
Hi,
just playing
friend.
Borderlands. Yeah, he doesn't want to be seen. Yeah, I know.
okay.
I'm talking about you. And we religiously we play Borderlands. Go out, buy a hard copy of the game. You will not be sad. You might be sad if you don't. It's one of those games. I really do believe that.
Or just get it for free.
Or yeah,
just get it for free.
but if people do really like the hard copies, you could get the Game of the Year editions for super duper mega cheap.
Oh yeah.
Like $5.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think I have a whole bunch for PS2 and Xbox upstairs. Sealed.
So continuing on with gaming right here. So Hideo Kojima's masterpiece, the Metal Gear Solid series, is coming back to next generation systems. So PS3 or PS5, PS3. What am I?
Whoa.
PS5, next generation PS2.
You just time traveled 20 years ago.
I did totally. So there was a 90-minute demo that was released recently to a certain amount of people, and people who've played it, you guys, are saying that it's actually really, really close to the original game that was released back in 2004. This was actually my favorite. I'm going to say this is actually my favorite video game of all time, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, and I'm actually going to do a video on it soon. But I want to know from gamers, I'm aiming this section at the gamers out there. Do we need a re-release of a classic game, even though the original creator is no longer involved with the company? Or is it time for other gamers to enjoy this right here? Katie, what are your thoughts?
Okay, so this would be a good way because not all new gamers do retro gaming, and the stuff that's on PS1 is now considered retro gaming.
That hurts so much.
It hurts so hardcore. That's seventh grade. Okay, seventh grade. But if they're gonna do it, the success of Final Fantasy VII, same system back in the day, has done so well with same content but also slightly altered content and extra scenes in it. I think this would be good on a newer platform if they're just gonna remake the exact copy of the game. So you could add in maybe some bonus levels or something, which would be cool on the PS5. But just to see it go from like a PS1 graphic system to where it is now would be so much fun because I love the OG games. The OG games are great.
Some of my
agree.
favorites.
Yeah, like for
Some
me,
of my favorites. Go ahead.
I haven't played a ton of Metal Gear games. I remember playing 4. I remember playing Phantom Pain. The original 3, I don't remember playing a lot of. But in a similar vein to what Katie's saying, I like Resident Evil 4 is one of my favorite games. Whenever that came out in the mid 2000s, like I loved it. It's one of my favorites. But a lot of my friends didn't play it because it was big on GameCube, and not a lot of people had GameCube. So then a couple years ago, they redid it, like for modern audiences. They revamped it, vamped the graphics, added a couple cutscenes here and there, and it's good. And it got a couple of my friends to get into the classic Resident Evil. Like I like Biohazard and stuff, but it's very different than classic Resident Evil.
Yes.
So they got into that. They're like, oh, this is actually like, it's kind of weird because you got to stand still to shoot and stuff, but this is fun. Like,
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's a good way to get that.
What's up, Sicko?
What exactly do we mean by a re-release? Because sometimes a game is just like has like an upgrade in graphics, but sometimes a game for PS1 is remastered for PS3, PS4, PS5.
So in this case right here, Konami is upgrading the graphics using the Unreal Engine 5. The button layout is slightly different, but they are keeping this game from beginning to end as true to the original as possible. Of course, updating the mechanics behind it. So, of course, you have the pressure-sensitive buttons right there, which allows you to do any of the close-quarter combat and probably much better aiming, because I've been playing the original version on the Vita, and wow, the aiming on that is terrible because we're used to a certain way now. So they're rebuilding it from bottom up. However, they are staying true to the actual storyline. So they're going to be re-released. It sounds like they're going to try to re-release Hideo Kojima's classic video games for next gen. But they're going to keep the storyline as straight across as possible. That's why they're naming it, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater as opposed to Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, because it's a complete rebuild of the game from the bottom up.
So, like you were saying before, what's the difference between the remastered and the re-release? So the remastered ones are like, let's say you take an old game, in television, NES, whatever, and you keep kind of putting it on a newer platform, but it's still playable in the old format. You're not really changing anything. So like these versions of these games have been put on here multiple times, but not until you got to Final Fantasy VII, the remake, where they re-released it, is when you got full brand new graphics, everything was rebuilt as a brand new game type situation.
Yeah. And the story, the thing is with Final Fantasy VII, it's kind of a different story too. Like it's not the same. It's a completely it's not the original. It's not them remaking the original. It's a completely different beast now. Once you get to the end of the original,
they kind of tied up extra parts that should have been tied up in the original game.
Jay thinks that re-releases are important. Old games can get locked on older, obsolete hardware. We keep classes like Casablanca alive in modern formats like streaming and Blu-ray. I hear you right there. Just no updates for the fictional modern audience. I hear you. Look, Papa, he needs a new Contra ASAP. He needs that Contra code. He needs the up, down, left, right, BA start right there. That's what we need.
It's amazing how that was a code for so many games.
Right?
There was
the Konami code.
Upgrade or like a redo of the Metal Gear Solid NES games, that would probably prompt me to go out and buy some sort of Wii console to get access to that.
That would be cool.
So
I see Madam just wants to talk all video games right now. I see it in her eyes. She's like, yes, video games. Let's do this.
Do you know what's sad about my life is that, like, when I was growing up, my parents were like, you're not going to watch video games with your brother. And we just never grew up with video games. So I would always go to, like, my friends' houses, and they would have video games, and I'd always suck at them. I'd be playing Mortal Kombat, and I'd be like, I suck at this game, And that's my life. I missed out on the video game thing. So I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I have nothing to contribute at all. Except for
all right, gamers. One last thing right here. Anybody here have an ultra-wide curved monitor? If you don't, you can head on over to Amazon for a Labor Day sale. Look at that. $220 for an ultra-wide 34-inch gaming monitor. Anybody in here play PC games except for me? Anyone a PC gamer? Look at Katie is, Sicker is, just me. I thought he was, but he was just adjusting his glasses.
When I first saw this monitor, like I have a 65-inch TV, but it's not meant for like PC gaming.
Yeah.
34-inch screen, and usually you're only about 2 feet away from your PC. I'm just seeing it as like VR essentially. Like that's so big right in front of you.
Yeah.
You are immersed.
So big. So yeah. So anyone looking for a new monitor, you guys want to upgrade? Boom, there you go.
Very nice. It's a good deal.
That's not a bad deal at all. All right, you guys. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's talk about the Week in Geek. So, Acolyte was canceled.
Oh, I heard. I haven't even watched it.
Yeah,
I've heard it sucked really bad.
Yep, that's why we're moving on. So, Call of Duty Spawn figures from McFarlane Toys are now on sale. This is insane for all of you Call of Duty Spawn fans out there. And I know there's quite a few Spawn fans out there, and I know there's a lot of people that still play video games in Call of Duty. This is insane. Anybody in here collect figures? Who's a figure collector in here? Katie is, not Papa. Papa likes to collect his pops.
I didn't even realize Spawn was in Warzone. Like, I knew Nicki Minaj was in Warzone. I didn't know Spawn was in Warzone.
There's a lot. Spawn is a lot of games.
Even get into the conversation. That was weird.
Yeah, Warzone has so many.
We're not talking about the Acolyte. That's why.
Additions they have. And I remember the Nicki Minaj one, and yeah, it's Fortnite. It's better graphics Fortnite sort of thing. That's
okay.
Optimus
Optimus
was in Fortnite. I didn't want to play it.
But...
Sorry, madam, we're not talking about Acolyte because it sucked. You said, "Oh, I heard Acolyte sucked." It did. That's why we're moving on from that right there. So I'm like, nope, we're not going to talk about it. Just going to mention it right there. Comic book news. Did you guys hear that Marvel is going to introduce T'Challa's son as the next Black Panther? But it's not the one that we got a few years ago. Someone else named Anzari, who makes his debut in the new Aliens versus Avengers comic miniseries. Who would have thought that we're going to get a new T'Challa, or let's say that again, new Black Panther in the comic universe? Is anyone reading this by any chance?
Do we get a picture?
Do we get a picture?
I haven't read it yet.
Boom.
Do we get a picture?
I'm already
No,
there.
I want a picture of
Is
the
Avengers
actor.
versus Aliens? Is it in continuity?
That's a great question. I think this is the whatchamacallit, the Aliens versus Avengers comic, and I don't believe that is continuity.
Yeah.
That's just like, a what if, right? But like anything involving aliens and predators, they're always going to be like their own standalone series, right? Like they're not all tied into like the main storyline. Papa, do you like this idea? I don't care.
Not a lady. He doesn't care.
He has no opinions. But yeah, look. We got an image of him right here.
The artwork looks good, so that might actually read well on a film if they're going to be doing that for the movie.
You sent the link, scroll down to the aliens.
Yes, that would be cool.
The aliens made me laugh. This isn't anything bashing the writer or anything. I laughed right here because I was imagining the aliens right there, and it's just scree. I'm imagining that's the alien. Scree, scree.
Like you can hear it, right? You can hear that sound. That's
in the Marvel universe now. Aliens, they make that noise. Scree, scree.
Only the alien ones, because they used to have they fought a bunch of DC characters way back in the day. So what did they sound like when they fought DC? Stronger, maybe?
Oh,
scree.
What's your
scree?
I can see that happening at DC because they're friends with Batman, would be my guess. Yeah.
Look, Papa, he only collects WWE figures and pops. I'm putting together an elite team. Give me the best. Spawn, Nikki. Oh wait, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, wait, none of those are wearing V-necks. Your team is all messed up now, Jay.
Nope. Well, hold on. Nikki probably has worn a V-neck.
In low cuts, V-neck would be great. But yeah, the Call of Duty Spawn ones, I'd rather bypass those, and I already backed the 3-pack of the medieval Spawn figures. So there you go.
There you go.
No, I didn't get the Call of Duty Spawn costume for Call of Duty. But it's hard for me to be like, $20 on a video game that I don't actually own and will one day not exist. Where I'm definitely gonna go get one of those action figures now.
Yeah, because you're getting into Spawn now. But I think the Spawn one that you like the version, they had the Mortal Kombat figures that came out for Spawn. That one was good. That one was good. Yeah. That Spawn figure was good. But I have the couple of years ago, they did the regular Kickstarter Spawn right there. That's probably my favorite figure of all time. It's amazing. But they have the action figure up right now. It ends in 2 weeks, maybe, for the medieval Spawn.
Yes,
pretty dope.
I saw that
pretty
on
dope.
Facebook.
Yeah. It's pretty dope.
Papa has something to say.
Oh.
Look this. There's 3 ladies on top row.
Don't be jealous, Papa. Don't be
Yes,
jealous.
He's
Pops
just
is
super salty. He's not getting that category for hands. I'm just saying. Next year, Pops. Next year. I know. We rallied so hard for you to get nominated for hands this year. Next year. Next year, we're getting Pops hands. Let's go.
Forget the Liam Neeson casting as the granddaughter. Eman needs to be cast as the granddaughter. There we go.
I can see it. I can see it.
I could totally see it. I love it.
I can see it. Yes.
All right, you guys. One more segment I want to bring up. Sometimes when I'm on the cam, my girlfriend can hear me belly giggling, wondering if I'm having a good time or maybe I'm just watching some reels and shorts. Some of these are hilarious. These are some of the shorts that I've seen this week, and I need to really share this with you guys because, well, I'm kind of an idiot like that. So I want to.
I watch a lot of shorts.
You watch a lot of shorts?
So does Pops.
Let me see.
I feel like I'm in a confessional. I watch a lot.
All right. This shit was hilarious to me. Tell me if you guys can hear this. All right.
A couple just had their first child, a son. The husband is half Indian and half Irish. The mother is half Chinese and half Italian. And they wanted to pick a name that would represent their heritage. After a few days of arguing, they settled on Ravi Oli.
That's pretty good.
Son.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I couldn't. When I saw that, I was like, oh my God, that is fucking hilarious. Ravi Oli. Get it? Get it? Madam's like,
got
oh.
Ravi, you got
You got it.
You got the Irish. You got the
Lee,
Italian.
You got the,
Yeah.
right?
Ravioli.
I know.
Very good.
Madam's face is like, oh, for dear God, what? What is that? Here's another one. Oh God, this is terrible too. This one right here, too. I got it. This is.
It wasn't even that bad. That wasn't even that bad. I was expecting way worse. I'm just saying.
Okay. Come on. I want to show you guys this one right here.
At least 7 inches. I guess I like it pretty big. Long and thick is how I would describe it. If I can't fit my hands around it, that's a pretty good sign. I also like it with a lot of meat, and the sauce has to be thick. Like, it's got to be thick that you can spread it, you know what I mean? That sauce better be dripping down the hands. And you know people say it's not about size, but I like to say at least 7 inches.
What? Huh?
And the sound it makes when you bite into it.
7-inch sandwich. That's all she was wanted. That's all she really wanted was a 7-inch sandwich. That the dirty people. That's what she was talking about right there. That's all she needed.
Oh,
All right,
delicious.
you guys. That's. Let me go ahead and bring up the. Remember, you guys, to put in the hashtag again. Hashtag comic capsule because we are about to draw this right here. Where are you?
Yeah, she also said it was a good size.
She said it was a good size.
That size.
Pop it,
Yes.
have something.
Give her
Second that
some
video. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'll give her some sauce.
You can try all you want, Pops. Go for it.
The second that video popped up, I was like, Papa's got something to say. And then right when I was thinking that, he started scooting up to the
Listen.
dust.
When you pulled the shorties with the ladies dancing, I thought for sure we are gonna get something at that time. I was like, oh, this is Pop's category. This is time to shine.
God. All right, you guys. Comic capsule. Hashtag comic capsule. Make sure you guys put that.
Did you redo it?
Hold on.
Oh,
It's
shit.
got 0 entries. Go back and take the hashtag off.
Back.
Yeah, just take the hashtag off because it'll take up anything that says comic capsule as well without the hashtag.
What the hell?
Well,
Are we spelling it wrong? Hold on.
Comic cap.
Hold on, let me go back up to the hashtag, see what we put in the actual chat.
Tell me.
COMICCAPSULE. It's right. Why did? Oh wait. Go hit back again, and then check to make sure you have the right. Hit the right drop down box. Just hit that again one more time. Oh, is it not selecting it?
What the heck? Why did it do that?
Sometimes it wipes it out for some reason. Try refresh it. Go back and then refresh that page, and then try doing the same thing. Yeah, try that again.
And without the hashtag?
Yeah, you don't actually have to do the hashtag here, because if someone forgets to put a hashtag over here, it'll actually pull up everyone's entries without it. Yeah, it wiped it out somehow.
It completely wiped it out.
Well, if you stayed to the end of the show, good on you. Now type it in Comic Cast.
I can go back to the beginning of the chat if you just want to go run and do a duck race. I'll just tell you people's names if you want to do that.
I don't want to do a duck race. That's a whole lot of entering.
What's the Gmail one, or not the Google one? You can just enter into Google.
Oh, I don't know. I always rely on this one.
There's
right here.
one on Google where you just enter it and just copy paste and then put people's names in real quick. But yeah, it's up to 3, but it's just the last 3 people that entered into the chat right now.
Hit the drop down one more time. Oh, baby. How was that drop down supposed to know? Jeez.
I know.
Chat keeps messing up on me. Why? Why are they messing up? So don't forget, you guys. Go ahead and put in that hashtag Comic Capsule. You guys will have a chance. You guys have a chance to win one of these right here. Look at that. Comic Capsule for you guys. Anyone? Come on.
2. Okay. Guess we're re-entering the link. If you guys bounced, oh well. I'm just saying. Just keep
that sucks. I don't know why it did that.
I don't know. So let's see. See if it upped one more. Because I just put it in the chat again. But yeah, it's weird because there were way more entries than what was in here. DJ entered
way more.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me go back up to the top because it's still letting me go to the beginning. So let's see. Christina, Brandon. Wait, no, it's not the beginning. Where did Brandon go? That's only a 5. So DJ, Christina, Brandon, Rude, me, originally, and then a couple other people popped in here and edited in there.
No, put it in. Jay, put it in. I got you. Where's he from?
Canada.
Jay, don't put it in, please, for the love of God. Don't put Jay, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it, Jay. Go ahead and enter. I don't want you to not play because you think
your entries are so good right now. There's 6. So
yeah. You have a good chance of winning a couple of these right here, man. Go ahead and put that in, Jay. Please do. And I hope you win.
Also, panel as well is allowed to enter.
That's right. Panel. Sicko, Brandon, Papa, Madam left. Oh, Madam's in the back. There you are.
Back here. Hey, hi.
You didn't add her back in here. That's so easy.
No, I did. I just did.
I thought I was in the whole time, so it's like it's okay.
Madam, put in the hashtag right there. Comic Capsule.
I don't want any more comic books. So I'm trying to get rid of my comic books.
Well, it's not a comic book. These are comic capsules. These protect your comic books.
What's interesting about that is you can put art in there too.
Stop making valid points, Katie.
See?
So like your autographed photos that you want to sell at a con, you can up the price for your autographed photos in a comic capsule if it's in there and give those out to a lucky number. Yes. So DJ, what happens is when you put the hashtag thing in there, you don't actually need to put the hashtag because if someone in chat just goes comic capsule, it'll add that as well to the hashtag because on makes a hashtag on the giveaway tool. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, what are you using to type, DJ? Are you using like an old Nintendo Game Boy to type this in? How's this not working?
ColecoVision?
It's a pager. He's working from a pager.
Yeah. So what I usually do,
DJ, put it back in there.
Thing,
yeah.
Because sometimes it's done this to me before. So what I've done is put the hashtag in and then go to the thing where it's loaded on this page and just see the entries pop in there. Because sometimes it just wipes it out for some reason.
So
Papa, can you hear me better?
Yeah, I think somebody in chat was saying it was low too. So you sound very deep and saucy.
Very, very sultry, Sicko.
It's very early in the morning for me.
I like it, Sicko. You sound
The morning-
wonderful.
Let me hear you say comic capsule, Sicko.
Ooh.
So
Ooh. Oh my.
yeah,
That's right.
Dodge
So-
commercials in the
Is
morning.
that Eman?
No, that's Sicko. But
God.
I'll record one just for you, madam.
You and Eman should get together and make some, great story together.
Dude, Eman,
Probably,
Sicko,
probably
Marcus, Lorenzo. Let's go.
Right? Yeah. Total. I would
greatest
totally be
video
okay
of
with
all
being like a
time.
side character to like Marcus
Yeah.
and Lorenzo too.
That's
Marcus, make sure to put in
the.
put in comic capsule too, so that way you
Yeah, they got wiped
enter.
out. So
It got wiped
Marcus,
out, so put it back
you
in
need
there.
to do a live stream where you read Gary's entire Need book. Read a whole live stream in your voice of Need.
I think that would be so saucy for the YouTubes. It
Oh,
would
yeah,
be
yeah.
removed immediately.
Oh, for
The
sure.
moment Marcus or somebody just starts reading the first letter, they're like, "Oh, we can't handle the vocals on this. It's too hot." Yeah,
It's too much. I can't handle it.
way too
Can't
much.
do it.
Way too much. Discord, however,
Christina, Marcus, put in that.
yeah,
Put in a comic capsule there. I want to make sure
Yeah.
everyone is entered.
I believe Christina did.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's in.
DJ
She's in.
Wise did.
Marcus in. Marcus, do it again because
Sure
I want
did.
you to
Pop
Yes.
try to win one of
did.
these.
you
Right
have things to protect.
K-pop's in there.
Protect
Alright.
and hang up.
That's true.
Rouge is in
You can
there.
display it.
That's true.
I
There
love
it
a
is.
lilies. There we go. No,
There
it jumped
it
up
is.
to 9.
There he goes. Now it goes. Okay, I'm gonna do
Folks-
these 9 right here. Look,
folks
you guys,
want one.
everyone has a great
Drop
chance
some
of
from
winning
the
a couple
wall.
of these right here. All right, I'm gonna draw on
What,
3
what?
there. Good
We.
luck to everyone who has
Good luck,
entered.
everybody.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
sicko.
Channel? What the?
Sicko wins some
Nice.
comic capsules. Look at that.
Also
Look at that,
going
Sicko.
to
I'm
Canada.
actually
Nice.
really excited about that.
Yeah, you should be, man. You
I'm
should be.
really
I'll send it.
interested in trying some of that.
You've
out.
got sick venoms and some spawns to put in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, thank you guys for coming by and hanging out with me here on my second episode of the Confabulation. Let's go around the horn. Katie, what do you got going on?
9-4. If you guys like turtles, I will have the artist Gavin Smith on, who does CMNT and Ronin books last year. as well.
Perfect. Pop, let us know what you got going on, okay? Brandon, what's coming up? There you go. That's what
Ah.
he's got going on right there. Brandon,
Perfect.
plug that Kickstarter one more time, my friend.
Got a bunch of stuff. The main thing is I've got a Kickstarter coming up next week, September 10th. The Gallows Man issues 1 through 3. If you don't know what it is, basic premise: Adam West Batman meets Inglorious Bastards. It's a fun, campy time with a Tarantino level violence, essentially.
Love
You
it.
can follow the Kickstarter right now. The pre-launch page is up. You can follow that, so you don't have to remember next week. Once it launches,
Right.
you'll get the email. You'll be able to back it. Just help us get it going day one. It's a fun book. The 3rd issue, it's over 60 pages long. We put a lot of work into it the past couple of years, so check it out. And all my other comics will be available as well in that Kickstarter, as well as some original art by cover artist Thomas Tikas. So
Love it.
check that out.
Sicko, anything coming up for you?
Yeah, but I don't know really how to advertise that. I like working behind the scenes with people.
That's right.
So you're probably checking out some of my content. You're probably not realizing where I'm working, and that's kind of how I like it at the moment. I just like to
Nice.
take part in my community from kind of afar and highlight the people in the community who I feel need highlighting. There's a lot of us on camera, and some of them are better than me, so I chose to try to team up with those people who can make me a better person and teach me stuff instead of just being out there on my own. And I'm loving what I'm doing.
Love it. I love it.
Okay.
I'm sure everyone appreciates you. Papa, you have a comment?
Katie can plug my stuff. Don't think dirty.
All right. Sweet Chin Music, you got Thursday. You will also be with us on September 21st for the Band of Brothers auction. You hang out with us with Church and on Insomniac Chats. You will be with us for a lot of things. We'll also be doing all kinds of Fortnite streams where you are probably losing. So,
damn, you gave her the platform, Papa, and she ripped you. What about you, madam? Anything coming up?
No, not really.
Yes, you do.
I just did a little video about my Halloween thing, and then so just go check it out. And that's about all I got going on right now. So, love you guys.
Love you too, and the cover looks fantastic. If you guys haven't seen it, go check out Madam's video because it's a wonderful cover right there. And keep an eye out on my channel. You guys are going to try to do the confabulation more often. I enjoyed this back and forth, and I really appreciate everyone who came up here on the panel to help me out with this because I was a little nervous, and yet you guys made it seem so much easier. No, Papa says no. What's going on, Papa?
It's Sicko trying to do the heart. You got to put the bottom part lower. It's got to be
Bottom
lower.
part lower.
This one. Or, let me tell you, if you like the K-pop version, you go like that. Easier. There you go.
The
K-pop
total
hearts.
K-pop right there.
I know.
Version.
It's yeah.
This is hard.
Oh, that one's the hard one. Just do it like this. It's easier. Yeah, and point your thummies down a little bit.
There
more.
we go.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. You go, Sicko. Got it. I love it. Yeah. All right, everyone came by. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Until the next issue. Deuces.
Hold up. Hope you're ready for the next episode. Hey.